Hello, hello. Okay. It's great to be here, so I'm very happy. And today I would like to talk to you about my project, which is called SteemProjects. It's not officially launched yet. Technically speaking, it's available already. I will not give you an address, but you can guess it. But I do not recommend to use it yet because it's still a little bit buggy. But basically, I want to tell you what this is going to be, but the way how I like to introduce you to this is I want to talk about reasons, what I want to actually do with that. So, SteemProjects. So basically, the shortest way of describing the project is basically, if you are familiar with the Steam tools, basically this will be the Steam tools on steroids. So I want to provide the same basic functionality, but much more. So what was the reason actually why I decided to actually start working on this? We have really, I believe, the greatest community in the crypto community for sure, but we have some problem. We actually do not learn yet how to show our power to the world. For example, a lot of, in theory, like cryptocurrency investors, when they do some basic research about every crypto, they go to the Reddit and they check how active their Reddit is. But the problem is, we are beyond that, right? We use completely different metrics. But sometimes we are too decentralized and people cannot actually find information about what is going on in whole Steam ecosystem. So I want to provide a single place where you will be able to find a lot of information about activities which are going on in the Steam ecosystem. So there are screenshots from already developed and live version. So basically, this will be pretty simple. You will have a feed where you will have information about latest projects which were announced and developed by some Steemians. Also, there will be like basic categorization, a couple of different categories. For example, do you know how many Steam interfaces right now we have? Like, for example, Steemit, BZ, Steam. How many of them could you name? Right now, we have here 23, and I'm pretty sure those are not all of them, right? But we need to have a way not only to store this information, because Steam Tools already is doing that pretty well, but we need to have a sustainable way to keep this up to date. So every user will be actually able to update every information on his own, right? This will be community-driven website. People will be able to update all information and so on about every project. And this is like a page of one particular project, in this case, Steem. We all know Steem. And in just few glimpses, you will see everything, what is important about this project, who created that, what this is about, how this looks like, and for example, what is how progress of development looks on this application. Is it live? Was it abandoned some time ago? Everything you will be able to see here. Exactly, you will be able to find instantly information whether this code is open source, whether you can contribute, and so on. As I said, everyone will be able to actually edit this own project, and if you will be a trusted member, you will be able to edit even projects of other to update them. Also, so another reason, second reason why I want to spend time on that, basically, right now, there are so many projects, like more than 300, I believe, that this is very difficult to find a perfect project for you, right? For example, in how many ways we can create accounts? Okay, we can do that on Steemit. We can do that with Vessel. We can do that with Steam Connect. We'll be able to mine this in the future, but it's very difficult to actually compare those things. So I want to provide a simple way to actually to create a dashboards, a comparison grids, where people will be able to create own comparison grid and add information whether a specific, particular project supports specific feature or not. And people will be able to create own comparison grids, and you will be able to find useful information thanks to that. Another thing is that very often, for example, I am a developer and I have terrible designing skills. So the first thing which I needed to know, which I needed to do, was I needed to find a designer. So this is actually our team. Andrei is our designer, but it was difficult to find a good designer on the Steam committee, but we have plenty of them. So I want to create a catalog of people which actually have certain roles in the specific projects. And if you would like to find a guy who is a designer, you just could get a list of information of people which has this role in some projects. You will be sure that they are already proven their skills, right? I have only 2 more reasons. So as you can see, people will be able to actually create own portfolio. You will be able to find how active particular person is, what he or she did. Another thing, I want to emphasize how important is to create actually open source projects, because in Steam ecosystem we need to make sure that everything is secure, that no one will lose funds because of keys. So I will emphasize that on every possible way, that if project is open source, it will be ranked higher compared to other projects. And this is very, I believe, important, the feature, the last one, because right now, basically development is very expensive and costly and time consuming. So it's not easy thing to spend 3 months on building a prototype of your application, and actually you cannot be guaranteed that people will reward you in a sustainable manner after some time. So you can always, for example, use beneficial rewards, but not every application can utilize that. If your app is only for reading, you cannot use that. So people will be able here to actually support the application. And what does it mean? Basically, there will be 3 ways. Like, for example, I will mention 2. Like, for example, app voting, auto-app voting, but with very specific set by you rules. So, for example, only if this person will post not more often than 1 a week about this, my favorite project, and so on. Or maybe we'll be able to even send some donations if this person will deliver one specific feature. And basically, that would be all. As I said, this project is not live yet, but very shortly I will try to contact with each and every developer, because before a release, we actually need to make this have more information. It's already contain a lot, but if you're a developer or a designer, or you have any kind of project, please contact me personally here or later on, for example, on Steam chat. Thank you.